Felix and Emily were a young couple at the beginning of their honeymoon and had decided to spend this period at a luxurious countryside hotel. Everything seemed perfect at first. The sky was clear and the weather was warm. However, suddenly, the sky became overcast and the weather turned into a frightening thunderstorm. The wind began to howl and rain poured down heavily, causing their car to break down in the middle of an isolated forest road. It was past midnight, and there was no phone signal or means to call for help. The couple exchanged worried looks and decided to continue on foot in hopes of finding nearby shelter. After an hour of walking in pitch darkness, faint lights appeared in the distance. They felt somewhat relieved when they saw a sign that read the Old Manor Hotel. The hotel looked dilapidated and old, surrounded by huge trees that blocked most of the light from the sky. When they entered the hotel, they were greeted by an old man with mysterious features and a sharp gaze. He spoke in a low voice and said, "Welcome to the Old Manor Hotel. We have one room available, but I warn you, there are strange stories about this place." Felix and Emily ignored the warning, thinking it was just a spooky tale for the hotel, and they requested the room for one night. The room was dark and cold, with old furniture and worn-out decorations. Strangely, everything seemed covered in a thin layer of dust, even though the old man assured them the room was clean and ready. Felix tried to open the window, but it was stuck, so he gave up and closed the heavy curtains. Shortly after, the couple began to feel that something strange was happening. Weird noises started to echo around the room. Mysterious whispers, footsteps, and a continuous tapping sound on the walls. Emily felt a shiver run down her spine when she noticed that the mirror on the wall reflected two unclear figures beside them. When she approached to see clearly, the shapes disappeared instantly. At midnight, Emily woke up her husband, trembling with fear. She said in a shaky voice, "Felix, there is something here. I feel like it's watching us." Felix tried to calm her, but he also felt something unnatural in the place. Suddenly, the lights in the room went out, plunging it into complete darkness. Felix tried to light the side lamp, but it didn't work. Then the doors and windows began to slam shut forcefully, as if controlled by an invisible power. In the corner of the room, long, strange shadows started to move slowly toward the couple. Felix tried to leave the room, but found the door locked solidly, as if something was holding it shut. The mysterious noises grew louder, and the walls began to crack with sounds akin to screams. Then a terrifying, strong laugh resonated throughout the place, as if coming from the depths of hell. In a moment of panic, Felix noticed that the mirror on the wall reflected distorted and strange faces trying to escape the mirror. Unable to bear the fear, he held Emily's hand tightly and tried to break the door with all his might. Suddenly, the door opened unexpectedly, as if the force holding it had vanished. The couple ran outside through the dark corridors, ignoring the strange sounds following them. The hotel seemed like an endless maze, and every time they got close to an exit, they found themselves back at the same starting point. Finally, they reached the hotel's entrance. When they stepped outside, They discovered that the hotel behind them had completely vanished, as if it had never existed. There was only the silent, dark forest. The next day, when they reached the town, they told the locals what had happened. An elderly man told them that the old manor had burned down years ago in a mysterious incident, and that everyone who had entered it since then had never been seen again. The couple could not explain what had happened, but it was a nightmare that would remain etched in their memories forever. They decided never to speak of that night again and continued with their lives. But deep down, they knew that there were dark secrets in that forest, secrets no one could understand.